Hello? Hey, Chrissy. So guys, let's come to our your preferred pose. You can start by your child's pose. You can get seated. You can be on your corpse pose, Shavasana. Whatever your choice is, that is the choice of where you're going to get started today. I'm having a very busy mind lately, so I'm personally going to start on my child's pose. But again, feel free to be seated or come into your corpse pose. And once you do so, allow yourself a little bit of time to start identifying your breath. And when I say identifying your breath, I'm linking it to the concept of limits. Try to observe a normal and natural breath. How does it come to you? Don't make it bigger, don't make it deeper. Just breathe in. Breathe out normally. Let all the air go. And now we are all going to deepen that breath. So take a deep breath in, allowing yourself and observing yourself. What is your breath pattern like? Some people turn to inhale a lot in the very beginning and then keep inhaling a little tiny bit as they go and increase the count. Some other people start small with the inhale and then they inhale more oxygen, more air at the very end of the inhale. So pay attention to your inhale. Hold it for a second. And now expand your ribcage as much as you can to the sides. Slightly open your lips and let yourself go. And same thing, observe what you're doing here, how you are exhaling. Are you exhaling like blowing the air out? Are you exhaling in a pattern of being steady exhale? Whatever your pattern is, just observe it for now. And now we're going to push that limit a little bit. We're going to invite our mind to work with our breath and make that inhale and exhale even. So rather than inhaling at the very end or the very beginning of the inhale all at once, we know we are going to count up to 6 to inhale and up to 8 to full exhale. So everybody exhale fully now. Belly in, empty those lungs. And now we count 6, inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there and observe if you reach your maximum capacity. If you have not, inhale a little bit more. And now pace yourself for a count of 8 for exhalation. 7, let your body become heavier. 5, 4, 3. Get rid of all the stale air as you do the last part of that exhale. Let's all do one more deep inhale. And again, I'm not going to count this time, but try to pace yourself. Same thing we did the first time. Now try to repeat that pattern of and pace yourself. Exhale fully now. Quiet your mind. And now count of 6 to inhale. Hold it when you reach to the top of your inhale. Spread the air along the ups and the downs, the top and the bottoms, the side of your lungs. And then as you exhale, pace yourself to reach exhalation in 8 counts. Get back to normal breathing. Take a moment to come to child's pose if you're not yet on your tiles. Take the time, there's no rush. Once you reach your tiles, rock your hips side to side gently, creating a little bit on the lower back of space in the lower back. And now extending your arms, try to walk the tips of your fingertips towards the top of the mat so that you create more room. If you are visualizing or imagine your rib cage now, the intercostal rib cage, they're stretching, they're opening away from each other. Breathe in as deep as you can. And now as you exhale, flex the elbows, let your arms relax, shoulders down, and exhale fully. Observe the weight of your torso on your lap. Breathe in, breathe out. Whenever you're ready, you're going to extend those arms again towards the top of the mat. Really long arms, come to the tips of your fingertips. Maybe the forearms are away from the floor already, not touching the floor anymore. Bring the shoulders down as much as you can. It's like you're getting a flat back without even trying to get into a flat back. And then as you exhale, walk your hands towards your knees and come into a kneeling position. Once here, bring your hands behind your back, behind your seat, fingertips on the mat or flat hands on the mat if you want to go deeper. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, let your chest go down. Inhale one more time. Gaze is forward, or if you have no neck issues, gaze could be to the sky. Roll your shoulders back, bring the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Feel about that expansion in the chest, opening the collarbones, opening the sternum here. And then from there, exhale, come all the way to sit on your heels. Take a moment to bring the arms overhead. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the right arm down, left arm towards the left ear, and opening the body towards opening the left side of your body, falling onto the right. Inhale, arms up again. As you exhale, left hand on the mat, right arm towards the right ear. And maybe you want to explore here and bring the torso a little bit more to be square with the floor, maybe opening the torso once again. Come back to center, we'll repeat that one on the other side, right hand to the mat, left arm next to the left ear. Play with your torso if that is something that you want. Create space in between those vertebrae. Come back to center, inhale. Exhale, take the time, try to keep that pattern of being steady in your exhales. Inhale, come back to center, arms in T-shape. As you exhale, you're going to rotate the torso from the lower back all the way towards the right. If possible, bound around your waist and try to see with the right arm if you can bring that right hand around your waist. Take a moment to bring the left arm up, and as you exhale, bring that left hand towards the right shoulder blade. Take a deep inhale. And other than inflating on the belly and expanding forward, see if you can open that left side of the rib cage. And then come back to center in your inhale. As you exhale, twist towards the left this time. Left arm wrap around your waist if that is possible to bound. Gaze over the left shoulder, right arm in the inhale up, and then the right hand onto the left shoulder blade. Take a moment to stay here. Open that right side of your rib cage a little bit more. Inhale, come back to center, arms in T-shape. As you exhale, bring the arms behind your head. Cross both arms behind your head and place each hand on the opposite scapula. Now open the elbows a lot more, and from the side, guys, this is a chest opener. The head is pushing into those forearms. The hands are pressing into the scapulas. The belly is in. Inhale deeply. Now round from the lower back and start rounding your torso all the way up to where you feel is your limit. Maybe your limit is all the way with the crown of the head. Maybe it's halfway down. Keep the sit bones grounded on top of your heels. Now to come out of this pose and cross your arms, press the hands down on the mat and come back all the way into your tabletop. Take a moment here, rock your hips side to side, and start by coming in the inhale, right arm, left foot flex, finding your bird dog here. Take a moment to expand as you inhale, long inhale, create space here. As you exhale, rounding the spine, elbow and knee to touch, tuck your chin in, inhale, super long. Really try to press that heel into the back wall and the fingertips aiming for the front wall. And as you exhale, rounding that spine. Take a moment to come one more time into that bird dog. Now open to the diagonal, arm and leg. Bring the right hand into the right ear. Lift that right elbow. And now hold that opening here. You're going to keep that leg, hold it to the diagonal as you start twisting the spine and opening the chest towards the right. So basically, you're elevating the right elbow. And then come back to square the torso, bring the leg back and bring yourself back into tabletop. Inhale, find a flat cow pose. As you exhale, rounding the spine, find your cat. Inhale, come back to neutral. Extension of the left arm, right leg, toes pointing down on the foot. And now purposely exhale. Now 4 reals. Inhale, extension of the arm forward, right heel pushes back. You should feel the engagement of that leg, front and back. Even the glute is firing up here. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin in, bring the elbow and the knee to meet under your torso. Inhale, extension one more time. As you exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, extension last time. Here we go with the opening to the side, to the diagonal. Hold that leg open to the diagonal. Left hand to the left shoulder. Stay here, press down onto the right hand. Engage the abdomen, engage the core as you exhale and twist towards the left. Hold that right leg towards the diagonal. That's the challenge here on top of the twist. Inhale, come back to center. Find your inhale, cow. Expand the abdomen. You were twisting, now you want to expand. And as you exhale, contract again, tuck everything in, push yourself away from the mat. Inhale, come back to center. From here, inhale deeply, tuck your toes under and start coming into your first Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. So I want you to observe where your heels are. If your heels are not touching, and we know that that is not the purpose of the pose, but for today, I want you to pay attention. If the heels are not touching, walk your feet closer towards your hands and allow the heels to press down on the mat. That should be a deep stretch on the calf, back of your knees, on your ankles. Let yourself get grounded on your hands and feet fully flat on the mat, and then push yourself back so that you're not putting that much pressure on your waist. Bring the hip higher, finding a flatter back. Take a moment to inhale here. Exhale fully. One more time, take an inhale. And as you exhale, let the torso come closer towards your thighs. Head heavy. No tension in the neck, no tensions on your shoulders. In the next inhale, walk your feet back a little bit, come all the way to wave your spine and find a flat, a high plank. Push yourself away, make sure you're not sinking from the hip. Take a moment here, inhale deeply. As you exhale, bring the right knee towards the floor, open that right foot towards the right and find a modified side plank. Stay here, left hand behind your head. As you exhale, left elbow towards the inner part of the right elbow. Inhale, open once again. Exhale, bring the elbows to touch. Inhale, open last time. As you exhale, bring the right leg, the one that you have on the floor, to extend and try to see if you can find your side plank. Maybe feet are stuck on top of each other. Maybe you want to play with a variation of tree pose on your plank. Maybe the left arm is towards the sky. Take a moment to hold the plank, breathe in, push yourself a little bit, lift the hip higher, push your limits a little bit here. Strong arms, strong core here. And then whenever you're ready, find your high plank once again. Take a moment to inhale in your plank. Come all the way to exhale in your Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing. Option to bring the heels closer towards your feet as you did the first time, or keep the heels up in the air. Stay here. In the next inhale, in the next exhale, you're going to bring the right hand to the outer side of the left leg and twist in your dog. Inhale, come back to center. Find your way forward with your spine into your high plank. As you exhale, downward facing once again. Inhale, way forward into your high plank. As you exhale, left knee to the floor, left foot to the outer side of the mat, finding your modified side plank on this one. Take a moment to stay here, right hand behind your head. Option to bring both legs to extend, stacking the feet on top of each other. Open that right elbow. Think about the opening of the chest. Lift the hip higher if possible. With this one, you can stay here or come back to your left knee, elbows to touch, and open. If this is too challenging, but you still want to keep your legs extended, you can put one foot in front of the other. As you extend one more time, elbows to touch. Inhale, open. The next time, create your own variation. Maybe bringing your top leg to tree. Maybe bringing the right arm towards the sky. Maybe lifting the hip higher. Maybe your variation is to stay where you are and you don't want to vary anything. Whenever you're ready, meet me back into your high plank. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, everybody come into the tippy toes. Push yourself forward, crown of the head forward, tuck your belly in, over past your wrist with your shoulders. Stay here. Inhale deeply. If this is too intense for your wrist, you have the option to come into your forearms. But still the shoulders are over passing the elbows if that is the case. Push yourself back, heels pushing back, tuck the belly in, engage that core. Front and back of that core is working like crazy here, guys. Front and back of your legs as well. Inhale, tippy toes again, project. Come with the crown of the head towards the top, the front wall. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. If you want some more challenge, lift the right foot away from the mat. You're on the tippy toe of the big foot on the left foot, and bring the right foot down. Push yourself back, heels back. Lift the kneecaps, engage the front and the back of those legs. Core is firing up like crazy. I'm already hot. I'm no longer cold. Inhale deeply. Come into your tippy toes again. Stay there, or maybe lifting the left foot away from the mat. Whenever you're ready, come with that left foot back, heels pushing back. Inhale deeply. Find your break into your Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing. Inhale. Exhale fully. In the next inhale, find yourself into a little bit of a break here. You're going to come all the way into a seated position. Sit with the sit bones fully grounded. Remove the flesh. Inhale, arms overhead. As you exhale, rotate the torso towards the right. Inhale, center. Rotate the torso towards the left. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, left hand towards the right knee, right hand behind you. Start twisting towards the right. Hold it there. If you landed with your right hand on the tips of your fingertips, hold that pose and try to see if you can come with a flat palm on the floor. If that is not possible, try to bring the knuckles on the floor. Pushing your limits a little bit. Inhale one more time. Grow tall as you inhale. And then as you exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, arms overhead. As you exhale, right hand towards the left knee, left hand behind you. And for starters, see where you landed. Maybe you landed on the tips of your fingertips, maybe not. Wherever your variation is up to you. Inhale deeply. Now try to see if you can gain space along the in between each vertebrae. Try to get a little bit that left arm to extend more. So basically you're looking for a flat palm on the floor, if that is possible. As you exhale, twist deeper. In the next inhale, come back to center. Now this time you're going to come into a cow face pose. So stack your knees on top of each other. The toes are pointing to the opposite direction. And once you're ready, sit tall. Stay here for a second. And as you exhale, bring the hands in front of you. Be mindful on this one. We are still not fully warm up. Keep both sit bones on the mat and start bringing the chest towards the top leg. I'm not looking for a full rounding of the spine. I'm not looking for anything. I'm on the tips of my fingertips. I have in a spider hand. I'm just bending forward to release the lower back, opening on the glutes and the IT band, engaging the inner thighs. In the next inhale, push yourself all the way up, switch the crossing so the other leg is on top. Start by bringing those knees to stack. And each one of us is different. Again, let's accept what we can do and grow from there. It's our limits, right? So as you can see, this side for me, I cannot bring the knees so close as I do with the other one. Stay here, spider hands, sit tall, inhale deeply. As you exhale, flexing the elbows and allowing the chest to come a little bit closer towards the top thigh or the top leg. Stay here, inhale. Allow for the opening and the stretch to happen on the back body. In the next inhale, allow yourself to walk your hands back, and whenever ready, meet me back into your tabletop position. Take a moment to rock your hips side to side, and whenever you're ready, start by coming all the way back into your high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. In the next inhale, bring the right leg up. Now opening the right hip, so right knee is flexed, heels towards the back. Allow that hip to open as much as you need. If you need to go for circles to get some mobility in that joint, if you have been sitting for a long time, look for it. Same thing for the knee. If you need to extend the leg, maybe this is something that is really nice because you have no gravity pulling down. Stay here. Whenever you're ready, square, listen guys, you're going to square the hip, bring the knee towards your chest in a modified high plank, hold it here. As you exhale, slide the right leg towards the left, hold half plank, hold half bounding here. Whenever ready, you're going to start by opening yourself into a falling triangle. Hold it here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, left hand comes down first. Square your torso. Then drag that right leg back into your three-legged dog. We're going to repeat that one once again. Open your hip. Observe if there's any difference in between this one and the second time. Oh, sorry, the first time. As you exhale, square the hip. Bring the knee towards your chest. Modify high plank. Don't round your spine. You are in a high plank. As you exhale, bring the right leg towards the left, slide that right leg as much as you can, and now open in a fallen triangle here. Left arm is pulling up, right arm is pushing away from the mat, lift the hip. Whenever ready, bring yourself back into your three-legged dog, right leg goes up. As you exhale, bring the right knee towards the right shoulder or the right arm. Hold it here. Inhale deeply. Try to see if you can extend your arms fully without locking your elbows. Last time, inhale, right leg goes up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, right leg goes down, bring yourself into your tabletop position. Take a moment to inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's give these shoulders and wrists a little bit of a break. Thread the needle with the right arm all the way up, and then thread your needle towards the left. Right shoulder on the mat. Allow the knees to align with your hip or the hip with the knees. Slide that right shoulder a little bit more and press into the left hand, opening the shoulder blade away from the middle line or the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, push yourself all the way up. You have the same thing onto the other side. Tuck your toes under. Whenever you're ready, meet me back in your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. As you exhale, you're going to bring, as you exhale, you're going to open the hip, flex the knee, play with your joints, wherever joint you choose. Maybe the knee extension of the legs and flexing, maybe circle with that leg. Whatever it is, create some mobility there. As you exhale, square yourself, square the hip, and bring yourself into a modified high plank. Stay here for a second. Push that right heel back. Whenever ready, slide the left leg towards the right, and then find yourself into a falling triangle. Open your chest, lift the hip higher, press both edges of your feet equally on the mat. Right hand goes down. Whenever ready, meet me back into your three-legged dog, left leg up. Try to bring the right heel closer towards the floor, the chest closer towards your right thigh. Exhale fully, left knee towards your chest. Hold it there. Push the right heel back, crown of the head forward. Make sure you're not sinking on the abdomen or hip, and then slide the left leg towards the right once again, fall in triangle out for the second time. In the next inhale, bring yourself back into three-legged dog. Take the time, meet me here in your three-legged dog, only to flex your knee and bring the left knee towards the left arm in your modified high plank. Push that right heel back so that all the weight is not on your wrist. Hold, engage, contract the abdomen, obliques are working, everything is working here. Last time, meet me back into your three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot goes down to the floor, find your knees on the floor, find your child's exhalation. Deep inhale, deep exhale. In the next one, we're going to find our Shavasana, downward facing dog, just for a moment, to make sure that the right leg goes up, create the space, and bring that right foot forward in order to find your first high lunge of the class. Take a moment here. As we're twisting and revolving, we're going to start by bringing the right hand towards the back of the left leg. Find that twist first. Now grow higher, open the left side of your body even more, extending that left arm, keep pushing the right heel back, and now see if you can find a little bit of a back bending here. So we are twisting and back bending. Beautiful detox for the organs here. Whenever you're ready, bring yourself back to square. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment, inhale deep. As you exhale, hinge forward from your hip. Now from here, guys, as you exhale, you're going to start by bringing the torso to twist towards the right, but keep the arms and the elbows aligned, keep the shoulders down. Bring the back knee to the floor, left hand to the inner part of the right foot, and find an easy twist. Take a moment here, inhale deeply. As you exhale, bring the right hand into the right knee. Make sure that you are comfortable enough in between your right knee and your right ankle. The ankle cannot be behind your knee. You want to have that ankle under or in front of it. From here, press down onto the left hand and twist your torso once again towards the right. Come back to center, square your torso. Walk the right foot to the other side of the mat. Knees is pointed out, following the direction of your toes. Whenever ready, find your lizard pose, coming with the forearms onto the mat. Take a moment to inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Try to see if you can open the left hip flexor a little bit more. Maybe bending the left knee. Now everybody, with the bending of the knee or without it, right hand into the right knee and find the twisted lizard pose. You can opt to stay here if this is enough for you tonight, or you can bring more space, bringing the right arm towards the sky, and then try to catch that left foot with the right hand. It's a mix of I'm putting all the animals together, guys. It's a twist with the lizard and a mix of ballerina here. In the next inhale, bring the right arm to unfold and bring the forearms, both of them on the mat. Deep inhale, tap your toes on the left foot, extension of the left leg, the left knee comes out of the mat. Stay here. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, press the hands back on the mat, walk the right foot back to center, framed by your hands, press down to those feet. The exercise is not about overcharging on their spine, guys. The exercise is strong legs. Bring the inner thighs to hug each other, pressing down on the mat and lift your torso up. Arms overhead. As you exhale, hands behind your head. Don't press into your head, just bring the hands behind, open the elbows wide. Maybe option for a little bit of a back bending here. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale now, you're going to bring the left hand towards the back leg. Right hand onto the right knee. Use that right hand to help you twist a little bit more. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, plant from the front foot, bring the back foot to meet the front foot, find your forward position. This is your break. Inhale, find a flat back, hands onto your shins, shoulder blades together, shoulders away from the ears, no tension in the neck. As you exhale, slide the hands along your legs, reach the floor, reach the toes, whatever you want to do, forward position, align the hip with the heels. Bring the peace fingers to grab the big toes. Inhale, extension of the arms, pulling from those big toes. Nice spreading of the toes all along the mat. Now try to see if you can lift all fingers away from the mat. Realign your hip. Stay here, keep the toes up in the air. And as you exhale, bend the elbows forward position. Release the toes, release the big toe. Whenever ready, bring the right foot back. Prepare yourself for your high lunge, so do the other side. Pull the right bend, push the right heel back, feet fully grounded, legs engaged. Try to test yourself, maybe bringing your arms in T-shape. Maybe bringing your hands behind your head. Engage the core. It's not about a spine exercise. It's about engaging your legs and then finding your high lunge, arms towards the sky. As you exhale, left hand aims for the back leg, the right leg this time. Find your twist here. Stay here. Keep pressing those feet and legs down and get the energy back from the earth to pull you up, to help you rise. Stay here. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, deep a little bit more. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hinge from your hip. Stay here, twist towards the left, maybe bringing the right elbow to the outer side of the left knee, or maybe not. Whatever you are, align your shoulders and your elbows. Stay here for a second. Inhale deeply. Maybe option to spread the wings and open your arms. Be creative. Assess where your limits are. As you inhale, bring the hands back together, bring the back knee to the floor, and stay into that twist. Stay here for a second. Right hand onto the mat, left arm towards the sky. Try to see if you can twist the torso and bring that arm a little bit more behind you, the left arm. As you inhale, come back to center. Bring yourself into your lizard pose onto the other side, walking the left foot to the outer side of the mat, both forearms on the mat. Stay here for a second and now push or pull, actually push the right hip flexor to open a little bit more. So you want to push the hip down. Stay here. Inhale, left hand into the left knee. Now find your lizard twist. It's not about twisting on the neck, guys. I can still be gazing onto the floor. I'm just twisting my head to do the same, follow the same direction of my spine, but I'm twisting as low as I can, under my rib cage even. Stay here. Option maybe to flex the right knee. Maybe you want to point and flex that foot. Maybe option to bring the left arm up. Last option maybe is to catch that right foot with the left hand and open as you're lizarding. I invented a new word, lizard, a new verb, lizarding here and twisting. Inhale deeply. Twist a little bit deeper as you exhale, and then gently come back to center. Both forearms on the floor. Still on lizard, tuck your toes on the right foot, extension of the right leg, the right knee comes out of the mat. Stay here. Hold the pose, not the breath. Try to see where can you find more space. Maybe the crown of the head can go a little bit forward. Maybe the back heel can go a little bit back. Maybe the left knee can open a little bit more and you can come out onto the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale. Exhale deeply. Whenever ready, come into your hands. Walk your left foot back to center, framing that left foot.
pressing down into that left foot and pushing the right heel back, engaging that right leg. Start building up into that warrior high lunge again. Take a moment here. Inhale, counterbalancing the exercise that we have done. Hands behind your head. Find a back bend in here. It doesn't have to be too big. It's a matter of just opening the chest, pushing the elbows back. Inhale, come back to center. Whenever ready, hands on the mat. Bring the back foot to meet the front foot and find your forward fold position for the second time. Stay here. Option to place the hands under your feet if that is something that you feel like, for a little bit deeper opening on the back of your legs. And now keeping the hands under your feet. Inhale, extension of the arms, try to find a flat back. And the flat back, guys, is not about pushing the head to or pulling the head up. It's about opening the chest. Try to keep a neutral cervical spine. And then as you exhale, flexing the elbows, the hands are still under your feet, forward fold. Observe if you overpass your limits, your original forward fold. In the next inhale, plant the hands on your mat. Walk yourself back into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. And now as you exhale, bring the left hand to the outer side of the right leg, finding the wrapping on the second part. If you remember, we did this one on the first side. Inhale, come back to center. Whenever you're ready, start by bringing the knees to the floor. Now, stay here. Position the wrist under your shoulders, rocking your hips side to side. Take a moment here. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, you're going to start by walking your hands towards the top of the mat, keeping the elbows pointed back. Bring yourself into 45 degrees. It's not about sinking on your hip, guys. Engage the abdomen. Just simply bring the whole spine to be at 45 degrees from the floor. From there, as you exhale, flex the elbows towards the back wall, but bring them to hug the rib cage. Hold it here. Spread all 10 fingers on the mat. Try on the mat. Mat. Try to see if the head is following the same alignment of your spine. So you don't want the chin pointed forward. You don't want the chin into your chest. Stay here. Breathe in. I know those arms are firing up those triceps like crazy. I know. Tuck your belly in. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, bring yourself into your child's pose. You have one full round of breath here, so make it count. Make that inhale long enough to resource you, refill you with deep and fresh air. And now let everything go. Make it count, make it long. It's the only break that you have at the moment. Whenever you're ready, meet me back into your downward facing dog, only as a transition, and bring the right knee behind the right wrist, finding your half pigeon here. We're going to build into this twist, guys. So we are going to start by coming a little bit into our tip, the tip of our fingers, bringing the hip to be square. Get a support on the right hip if you need to, on the right sit bone if you need to. Slide the left leg back. Front of the left leg is pressing on the mat. Now walk your hands a little bit closer towards your hip. King pigeon here. Whenever you're ready, you're going to start twisting by bringing the right hand towards the right leg, right hand towards the left leg. For some of you, this might be a little bit too intense, so twist and bring the hand into your hip. Maybe you can bring it to the floor. Wherever you are, try to see if you can inhale once again. Think about all the nice, juicy expressions that you're doing in your organs now. Maybe challenge yourself and bringing the left hand away from the mat, or maybe placing that left hand onto the right side. Stay here. Take a moment. And if you want one last challenge, this one might be intense, guys. So flex the right knee, catch the right foot with the left knee. Catch the left foot with the right hand. Keep yourself up in the air. So meaning the left hand is free. And whenever you're ready, can come back to center. To readjust yourself, these twists are deep, guys. We're going to come back into your downward facing. And you're going to walk that dog, but pause every time you flex one knee. So the opposite hand of the knee you are flexing is pressing down on the mat and pushing your hip back. And then switch sides. Whenever you're ready, left leg goes up and left knee behind your left wrist. We build into the pose again, sliding the right leg. Whenever you feel grounded, not falling to the left, square your hips. Start walking, coming into your spider hands, and start walking your hands towards your hip. Chest proud and chest open. For some of you, this might be enough for tonight. You can easily stay here, and you're more than welcome to have all the benefits of this pose here. If you want a little bit more, we're going into Revolve Pigeon. Inhale deeply before any twist, and you start walking your hands around your hip or around your legs to get into a Revolve Pigeon. Left hand into the right glute or into the right hamstring, whatever you can reach. Maybe you can reach the floor. Maybe you can reach the left hip. You cannot twist that much. Whatever you can do, that's good enough. Keep sinking your hips down so that you have more opening here. Now, next challenge would be right hand is up in the air or right hand is into your left thigh. Keep twisting. If you want the last challenge, flex the right knee, grab the right foot with your left hand, and try to see if you can keep that right hand up in the air. Hello. Slowly and gently, unbound. Meet me back into your Adho Mukha Shavasana one last time. Flexing one knee and the other, alternating, but take the time to pause. One knee, then the other. Now, bring both heels down, extension of both legs, open the chest. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, bring the knees to the floor. Find one full breath in your challenge. Make it count, make it good. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. In the next inhale, we're coming back into our Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing, just to land with our knees in the middle of the mat. Now walk your hands back. Start by coming all the way with your hands into your waist. And from there, make a fist with your hands. Place them up below the kidney area. Roll your shoulders back and start finding a little bit of a simplified version of your camel. Chin could be towards the sky or gaze could be forward, depending how your cervical spine is feeling today. Elbows are pointed back. From there, guys, start by bringing the arms to the side, and you're going to aim to reach for the blocks or heels at the same time with both hands. Now push the hip forward. Nice opening of the torso. Nice opening of your chest. A little bit of a break of all that twisting that we have been doing for the organs. Now stay here, and whenever ready, engaging from the hip forward, bring the hands back onto you below your kidney, and then come back to neutral. Beautiful work, guys. Now left arm goes up. Slowly and gently, try to see if you can back bend with one hand behind on your waist and the other one up in the air. If this is challenging enough, by all means stay here. If you want some more, right hand to the left heel or left block, and try to see if you can find a twisted camel. Gaze is towards the right heel. Nice, nice stretch and opening on the front and side of the left body. To come out of the pose, guys, listen, left arm comes down, right hand towards your waist, pull yourself all the way up. Inhale, arms tall. As you exhale, left hand below your kidney area. Supported the spine, allow yourself for a back bending here with the right arm up, left hand behind your back. Come back to neutral. Next one is going to be the twisted one.
So allow yourself to come with the left hand towards the right ankle or the right heel. Once you have the support, and now open deeply onto that right side back. Inhale. Exhale fully to come out. Right hand goes down. Left hand towards your kidneys. Square your hip, make sure it's square, and then come back to center. Counterbalancing on this pose is a big, intense pose for the lower back. So allow yourself to come into your table, inhaling neutral. Use all the air that you have now to exhale and ground your back. Tuck your chin in, opening, counterbalancing the back bending and the pressure that you put in your lower back. Inhale, stay here in your cat. Exhale, get deeper in the rounding. Tuck your belly in, tailbone towards the floor. In the next inhale, come back to neutral, tuck your toes under. Come all the way to standing. Walk your hands towards your feet. Inhale, slowly roll one vertebra at a time and come back to standing. Now walk towards the middle of the mat. Make sure you have room to the front and the back of the room, of the mat. And whenever you're ready, bring the right knee forward, hands behind your head. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, you're going to start rotating the torso towards the left. Stay here. If this is enough for you and mainly for your balancing, allow yourself to stay here. It's already complicated balance, guys. For those of you who want some more, you're going to bring yourself to twist and hinge from your hip, opening the right elbow, then back to the initial rotation. Exhale, come back to center. Same thing on the other side. Shake your legs, shake your arms. Whenever ready, find that grounding onto that right foot. Stomp the foot if you need it. Awake that right leg. Left knee goes forward. Hands behind your head, tuck your belly in, lifting from the ground up, rising all the way. Engage the 5 toes on your right foot. Engage as much as you can. That is giving you grounding. As you exhale, rotate the torso, elbows open towards the left. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you hinge from your hip. It's not the knee towards the elbow, it's the elbow coming towards the knee. Maybe flexing a little bit onto that right knee to keep the balance. Open the left elbow. Inhale slowly, torso up, and then come back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. As you exhale, forward, forward. Give yourself the time and the space to forward, forward here. Maybe you choose to bend one knee and the other. Whenever you are ready, inhale, find a flat back. As you exhale, forward, forward, your own toes. Maybe this time you choose to bring the arms to wrap around your knees. Inhale, finding a flat back again. Allow yourself to forward, forward, whatever fashion you want or you feel like doing. We all meet back into standing pose. Take a moment now to stand into your left leg. Whenever you're ready, or left foot, whenever you're ready, right leg goes back, flexing the right knee, catch the right foot with both hands. Now look down, keep your balance, spread the toes on the left foot, knees are together. Now grow taller, push the hip forward a little bit and bring that heel towards your right butt cheek. Shoulders down, elbows pointed back, gaze is forward, no tensions in your face. Breathe in, grow tall every time you breathe in. Breathe out. In the next inhale, you're going to start bringing that right knee forward only for a second, just to bring that yourself into tree pose. Choices to have half lotus for your tree, or the right foot against your calf, or bring it to the pelvic floor. Your choices. Stand tall. Think about grounding just to receive the same amount of energy back from the earth and helping you rise. The more stable you are, the more grounded you are on your feet, the more the spine can expand. Arms in T-shape. Start looking at a fixed point so that you can keep your balance there. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, start rotating your body towards the right. This is simple. Now come back to center. And now as you exhale, keep that right leg super engaged, pressing against the left thigh or the inner thigh, right knee open, and then twist towards the left with your torso. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, bring the arms down, right leg goes down. Inhale, left knee goes, left knee flex, left heel towards your back cheek. Grab your left foot with both hands, look down, spread the toes on the right foot, glue your knees together, grow tall, project the hips forward, open the chest, bring the shoulders down, elbows are pointing back and down. Breathe in. No tension in your face. Try to grow taller. Try to have those knees closer to each other. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, let that foot go and bring the left knee forward, only for a transition to open yourself into your tree pose. Find that balance. Whoops, Anna. Find that balance. Whenever you're ready, looking at a fixed point, open that left knee wide, an invitation to put the other hand onto the crease of your hip so that you're really opening that hip flex, that hip. Whenever ready, guys, here, arms in T-shape. This time we're going to bring the hands behind your back. Easy twist, so you're going to twist towards the same side of your knee, so towards the left. Keep the elbows open, chest open. Now we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. Keep that left knee wide open. That is counterbalancing the twist and giving you balance. Twist towards the right. Hold it there. Breathe in. Grow taller. Twist a little bit more as you exhale. And then come back to center. Inhale, arms up, legs down. Exhale, forward fold. Whenever you're ready, stand with the hands and knees on the mat. Oh my God, that was my knee. Whenever you are ready, guys, we're going to start by bringing yourself into a fire hydrant. And I want you to practice this one on the floor first. So right knee is aligned with the right ankle. It's not that I'm lifting the knee and I'm keeping the foot hanging here. It's one piece. It's an L shape at the bend of your knees. Tuck your belly in, chest is square. Stay here. Whenever possible, try to see if you can bring the left arm, the left hand away from the mat. Hold your fire hydrant here. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, you're going to start by bringing the left arm towards the left and the right knee towards the left. So you're opening the right side of the body. Come back to center and slowly bring everything down. We have the same on the other side. Left knee fire hydrant. Make sure the leg and the ankle, the knee and the ankle are aligned. Try not to fall to the right. Whenever ready, find steadiness. Engage the core extension of the right arm. Stay here. As you exhale, bring the knee and the arm towards the right. You should feel a nice opening, mainly from the hip up on the left side. And then come back to center. Find your cow for your inhale. Find your cat for your exhale. Take a moment here, inhale, and back to neutral. As you exhale, come to walk your hands towards your knees and meet me back into standing. Now, from this side, actually, balance onto the left leg. All 5 toes spread out on the left foot. Fully press the heel and the ball of the left foot on the mat. Lift the toes so that you're feeling that connection. And now bring all 5 toes down. Now you're going to find a fire hydrant. Same thing we did on the floor, you're going to do it on in a standing position. So hold it here. Right leg is open. Make sure the ankle is on the same line with your knee. Left arm goes up. And now as you exhale, left arm comes to the left, the right knee comes to the left. Now bring the right arm to open. So your arms are ending up in T shape. Come back to center slowly and gently. Bring that right foot down, find your balance. Hands into prayers. Hip width distance apart for your feet. Look under and make sure they're hip width distance apart. Get grounded, lift the kneecaps, engage those legs. Rise as tall as you can. Close your eyes. Exhale. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Meet me back in fire hydrant, standing fire hydrant, finding your balance into your right leg. Flex the left knee, open that left leg, fire hydrant onto the left. Right arm goes up first. From there, hold that right leg, the left leg up in the air. Start bringing the right arm towards the right and the left leg towards the right as well. Try to see if you can almost get to the same level of the other leg without bending forward too much. Bring the left arm towards the other side, T-shape for your arms. Inhale, come back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, and now follow the middle line as you forward fold position. Let the head be heavy. Say no with your leg. Well, not with your leg. Say no with your head. Say yes with your head. Let it be heavy. It's like you cannot control that head. Whenever you're done, meet me back into your seated position. Just before we go fully into our resting pose, we're going to engage that core a little bit more with a little bit more twisting. So find that tipping point balance. Find your boat first. You can start small. You can grab yourself behind your knees, engage that core, roll your shoulders back, looking for that nice alignment here. Whenever ready, toes, feet away from the mat. Maybe extension of those legs. Maybe you can now let it go and come into your proper Navasana boat pose. If this is more than enough for you today, stay here. If you have no strength today in your abdomen, bring those forearms on the mat. But if you can, stay here with me. Let me find my balance. Bring those arms, those hands to grab your ankles or grab your, ankles is enough, if not your legs. And now, guys, open the legs wider than your hip. Not too wide, because the wider, the more challenging the balance. See if you can hold that balance. If this is enough, you stay here. If you want a little bit more challenge, you're going to bring the right hand to grab the outer side of the left foot and the left arm, to grab the right leg. So you're crossing. It's challenging, guys, here. Maybe now you can twist a little bit on the torso towards the left. Gently come back to center. Find the feet, find the ground. Extension of your legs. Deep inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. We have that same twisted boat pose or a revolved boat onto the other side. Your choice to try. Start building into the Navasana pose, rolling back on shoulders, chest open, maybe extension of the legs, maybe grabbing those legs, maybe opening the legs, and maybe you just want to stay here. Maybe you know your limits and you're like, that is not good for me today. That is not where I want to go today. Know your limits. Point the toes, keep strong on your core. Maybe let the legs go, bring the left hand to the outer side of the right leg, right hand to the outer side of the left leg. And now from there is a minor, super minor twist, pulling, twisting towards the right, gaze towards the right, and then gently bring yourself back to center. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, Paschimottanasana once again. Allow yourself to come slowly today down on the floor. Except that once you reach your position on the floor, you're going to roll onto your belly. Just for a second here to find the scorpion. So legs are long, forehead is on the mat. Allow yourself to arrive to the pose. Be present. The twisted boat that we did is over. The one to come is not here yet, so be present where you are now. Bring the right arm to be in T shape. Lift the left leg away from the mat. You're still face down, square to the mat. Left hand is on the mat. Bring the right shoulder as close as possible towards the floor and start rotating the whole body towards the left for a nice scorpion here. Nice release of the shoulder, mainly opening on the collarbone on the right. Take a deep inhale. Take a deep exhale. Let yourself go. Let the body, the weight of your body press down onto that shoulder unless it's hurting for some reason, then come back out. Otherwise, let the opening happen to you. And then slowly, starting by the leg, and then that you have behind the right leg, bring it back to center. Switch the sides, left arm is in T shape, right hand, right elbow flex, right hand on the mat. Lift the right leg, and whenever you're ready, start rotating your body, the whole body, towards the left. No, sorry, towards the right. Laying on your left. Breathe in. Let it all go. If you're not touching the floor with the right foot, try to see if you can open a little bit more, roll a little bit more. Maybe your chest is a little bit too tight. Maybe you have shoulder issues. So be mindful, know your limits. And if it's not hurting, by all means, try to see if you can go a little bit above it or a little bit beyond it. Whenever you're ready, come back to center, and let's find a pose that is pretty underrated or underestimated, better said. Crocodiles pose, tight one hand on top of each other, forehead on the mat. Open your legs wide, wider than the mat. External rotation of your legs. You want the inner edges of your feet on the ground, fully supported. And this is a nice pose to really recover, not only from twisting, but sometimes it's a nice pose to let the spine rest other than corpse pose. The abdomen and the torso are fully supported. The hip is supported. There's a nice opening happening at the ribcage and allows you to really be present as regards your breath, because every time you inhale, you really have an opportunity to get the sensation of that abdomen and that ribcage expanding and pressing against the floor. Exhale. This pose is also nice because your forehead is supported. So activating the cortex, the frontal limb, or the frontal neocortex of your brain, slowing it down, allowing for some peaceful moment in your brain, a little bit less firing up of airy ideas, ethereal ideas, but just by the fact of pressing gently on that forehead, the brain activates differently and slow down on the brain waves. Take a deep inhale and now try to focus on that frontal cortex of your brain. And now let's help it quiet it down. This is where the reasoning stands. This is where the logical part of your brain stands. Let that brain come to get a little bit of a break. Soothe yourself. You can opt to end your practice today either in Crocodiles Pose, entering a lot of fresh air in your inhale, and trying to spread it out along your inner organs, mainly because of all the twisting that we have done. Or if your preference is to come into Shavasana corpse pose, by all means do so. We're going to take a couple of deep inhales here. And every inhale that you take, no matter where you are, I want you to make a mental note about acknowledging what your limits are. And not as limits as a disadvantage, but limits as something that we all humans, everything on earth has a limit. And once you acknowledge your limits, try to identify one or two that you can feel that you can grow out of that limit. Grow organically. It's not a matter of hustling or pushing beyond your comfort zone just to achieve an external goal that is not self-driven. What you want to get better at. That is the choice you need to make out of this practice tonight. Choose one, maximum two. And you know when you are doing or being in a situation that is not within your limits because it drains your energy, bottom line. It requires a deeper effort to go through. When things are within our limits, even if it is difficult, we have the energy to confront it, we have the energy to bring it to an end, we have an energy to deliver. So as a result of this practice, maybe as a homework, you might want to identify in pen and paper, what are the situations, the things, the people in your life that you know you have a limit, a tolerance, like something is not flowing. And from there, choose to work in one area. For instance, if it is a person, don't work in all the areas that that person triggers or push your buttons. Choose one thing that that person is challenging you in your limits and try to improve in that one specific area with that one specific person or situation. Whenever you're ready, let's all take a deep inhale. Hold it and try to bring that air into your organs, massage those organs. If you're still in crocodile, push that air side to side. Try to see the left and the right, the up and the down of the abdomen, still with that air within you. And then open your mouth and let it go. Make it count, make it long. Back to normal breathing. Exhale. If you're in Shavasana or crocodile, independently from that, start getting back into your awareness gently and with the less possible energy that you need to use. Meet me back into your child's pose. Find the child's pose that best suits you. Open your knees wide, flex your elbows, support your forehead with your hands. Bring the arms to the side of your hip. Whatever you need to do to honor your practice. And we choose to finish our practice today in child's, because I can't think of any other pose that is more reflective of a surrounding attitude than child's pose. Deep inhale. Let it all go, let your limits go and grow from it. Whenever you're ready, walk your hands back towards your knees, come back into seated position. Let's wrap our practice tonight with a big inhale. Hands to heart center, bowing here, honoring the teachers that came before us, that shared their practice with us, honoring life limits so that we can grow and evolve as human beings, both in our body, in our mind, and in our spirit. And honoring the sense of community, the sense of being together, because we are all the same, no matter where we are, where our limits stands, or what our limits are. We are all human and we all share the same human condition. So let's help each other grow. Let's stay and support each other. The light in me honors the light in each one of you tonight. As usual, thank you for being here. It means the world to me, from my heart to yours. Namaste.
Very good, guys.